Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rumble in the Realm. My name is Brunj, and joining me here tonight will be Gummy once again. And Gummy, how you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. How are you doing, Brunj?
Very excited because we have some really interesting competition lined up for you guys here tonight. As after last week's qualifying tournament, we managed to narrow down to 4 last remaining players, with Yasuni on that Warlock, or Yes, if you will, and coming in hot on the second place, it was Juan Sin on that KFM, having some really surprising upset wins over Yasuni and having an absolutely stellar performance. And then, of course, Virus in that third place on that Assassin. Virus, well known in the community. I doubt anyone in chat will not be aware who that is. And finally, Dory, another KFM. Definitely one to keep your eyes out because he's a new competitor in the tournament scene, just in general, and he has been showing some really interesting strategies when it comes to facing off against assassins like the Bears, like Virus, and who knows what they're going to be able to pull out tonight, really.
Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot going on today, especially with the matchups. You know, double KFM. It's probably a big shocker to a lot of people, to be honest. So definitely a lot to be watching out for there. And then, of course, last week too, we saw Dory using that like tremor that pulls into against the Bears, which was like a really big thing. You know, people haven't really done that, but he made it work and it made him get to here. So hopefully some of these players have some more surprises coming up here for us.
And of course, if you guys missed it, we also had the EU semifinals and finals previously, so definitely make sure to check it out on the official YouTube Blade & Soul channel if you did miss out on those, because there were some really excellent matches, and Ryuki finally did it. He broke the curse. He managed to get a first place finish in the Rumble in the Realm, so congrats to him once again. And we might see another Warlock versus Assassin matchup here. It wouldn't be surprising in the grand finals. Virus and Yasuni both exceptional players and could potentially be looking to see Yasuni try to redeem Tena in a sense, if you will, to get Warlocks on that first place once more, as Yasuni did win the second Rumble in the Realm. So we'll see what they will be able to do here tonight. But once again, huge shout outs to Corsair for powering up the tournament. As you will be able to see, there are some amazing prizes lined up for these participants here tonight, with first place having that awesome keyboard, second place with the headset, third with the mouse and mouse pad as well, and then fourth place on top of it too. So I would take any position here in terms of the contestants. Any prize would be amazing, but definitely eyes on that first place. So once again, we should be heading over to our first round of the night. It will be between Yasuni and Dory. So it will be a Warlock versus KFM matchup. And as said, what I really liked about Dory is not only the peculiar choices when it comes to the build and their approach in specific matchups, but also just the fact that once given the opportunity, he was also really generally able to not drop the combo, their combo ever. So I think if Yasuni gives him an arm, he's gonna take it also. We'll see what will happen as we are getting ready to head in, both players in the arenas. Gummy, take it away.
Alrighty. So here it goes, guys. Looks like we're finally getting into the match. Definitely going to be curious to see how this all plays out. Dory, most likely running something like Ice for this matchup, just so he has a good cooldown to be using against something like Time Distortion or Soulburn, just because it's going to be really, really hard for him to be dealing with if he doesn't have any way to play defensively around that. So hopefully that's going to go over well here for him. But we'll see what's going to be going down, whether he's using Soulburn, Time Distortion, and what other surprises they might have up their sleeve. But both contestants now finally off and running here in the arena. Going out with the guard, going in immediately with the flare, but not going to be able to get the connection. Sanctum will keep Yasuni safe here, along with Bastion. And Prison's going to get cast here off as well. Leech is used, and instantly Tab escapes out here from Dory. So now Thrall being a really big threat, especially with that Time Distortion. If he is caught out again here, SS going to be getting Yasuni out from that ice, but the leap going to be coming in from Dory as well. Now waiting out, applying the Searing Palm, going up to the Thrall, trying to just buy some time here with those iframes. Yasuni going to be beckoning that back. Does not want their Thrall to get killed quite yet. with Dory just focusing a bit on it. And guard break chain is actually the option here for Yasuni. Does manage to get the connection with the Tether Blade as well, falling with Imprison into yet another Tether Blade up into the Thrall aerial here. Imprison to fall on the ground. Does manage to get the dates here with Tether Blade as well. Moonstorm coming in, Bastion keeping Yasuni safe a little bit longer. Dory already down to 10% HP. Repulse out from Yasuni. The triple kick thrown into the iframe of Repulse here. Not able to summon the Thrall. Z-Pull will pull Yasuni right back in. Going up into the aerial, hitting down to the ground. Legs are not going to get the connection. Comet actually bouncing Yasuni off the wall here, so the Daze Effect not going to be able to get the connection. Does land the Tremor though into the Sanctum, but unable to target Yasuni. Somewhat struggling here. Trying to figure out how they're going to be able to continue this neutral game here. Does land the triple kick after it, but the tap escape out from Yasuni does keep them alive. Yasuni down to 43% HP, Dory up to 22. Tether Blade not going to be able to connect here for Yasuni. Wingstorm coming up, Bastion to keep them safe. Iframes for free here out of Dory due to that Thrall thrown right into those counters. There is the Imprison into the Leech, and that's the follow-up by Yasuni though to finish up the match, or the round.
Nicely done. And Dory tried desperately to use that Rising Dragon to catch Yasuni, but didn't manage in the end. So unfortunate. See if they can bring it back though.
Alrighty guys, so here it goes though, going into our next round. Hopefully Dory's going to be able to turn it around. Did have a pretty good neutral game, but hopefully he's not going to get caught out by that time distortion. Needs so much extra damage than is actually necessary. Aerial Chain's going to be coming down here for Yasuni. There is the Leech out as well. Dragon Call up in the air, going to be dealing a lot of damage. Dory already down to 36% HP, but Dory going to be pulling in. Going to have a nice chunk of HP right back as well. He's getting counters out onto this Thrall over here off to the side. Common Punch not going to get the connection to the Bastion, saving out Yasuni here just in time. Thrall stunned to force out the Tab Escape from Dory. Imprison thrown into the iframe flurry. But right here, Soulburn has gone off. Bastion to keep Yasuni safe. Tether Blade not going to get the connection. Imprison missed as well. Dragon Call up in the air. Comet Strike. Dory going into the area, but down to 20% HP. Does land the Tremor. Here comes the Steering Column as well. Going right back up into the aerial here. We'll see how Dory does shoot the follow-up. There's the Steering Column. Actually, my mistake. He'll be going back into the leg sweep Z-pull here. And Dory dealing a massive damage in onto Yasuni.
And nicely played there. Curious choice by Yasuni. Is definitely a secondary build that can work versus Kung Fu Masters, but Dory still managing to bring it back in the end.
All right, guys. Third and final round here for these two contestants. Dory going in, charging forward. Did use the triple kick. Bastion is used, but Imprison is wasted. Take them down on the field. Common Punch just going to knock Yasuni into the wall once again. Now waiting out Z-pull to buy himself more time. Leg sweep, aerial out of the Thrall after stun. Waiting out, using the strays to keep himself safe here, buying as much time with these iframes. Tab Leap going to be coming in here for Dory. Going back onto the ground with more damage. Efrol out from Yasuni's side. Triple kick for the stun. Tab Escape is popped, and actually the evade going to be coming in here from Dory to avoid that Tether Blade iframe flurry being used as well. Beckoning back that Thrall. Soulburn now going off. Yasuni trying to recover here. Ice is used. Yasuni just going to left click right into that. Imprison into the Tether Blade. Yasuni trying to get the follow-up, and Leech going to be wasted here. Dragon Call coming out from Yasuni's side, trying to wait out. SS is back, trying to summon the Thrall, but knocked down to the ground as well. Back up into the aerial, and Yasuni down to 30% HP. Dory coming in for the finish. Going down with the kick, gets the KD. Tab Escape out from Yasuni. Steering Palm ticking away. Thrall summoned back, gets the triple kick through the Sanctum, and Yasuni is finished off.
And Dory takes it and opens up the tournament with an upset win. Unexpected, but manages to play it out beautifully. And that's one of the things he might have definitely looked out for from Juan Sin's play versus Yasuni, is the fact that as a KFM, he tried to make most out of the Thrall and tried to just go in and make sure he gets those counters, even stacking up that steering palm, and plays it out exceptionally and gets the first match win on the board. So really, really surprising, but at the same time, amazing to see a newcomer already do so well. So as a result, Dory will be advancing through the bracket, but this is not over yet for Yasuni. We are running a double elimination bracket, meaning that after Yasuni gets knocked down at this point, he will be able, or at least given the opportunity to make a comeback through that losers bracket. So we'll see if he can manage to do so. As said, Yasuni, one of the heavy favorites coming into this one, but Dory proving at least me wrong here and playing an exceptional game for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's super surprising too, just because of the mere fact that Yasuni was the first place winner of the last Rumble too, and Dory being new here, just coming in and just taking the first match right off their hands. So Yasuni definitely have to struggle a bit more if they do want to claim that first place spot.
And coming up next, we will have Virus versus Hwanson. I do believe these two definite crowd favorites here, potentially, as Virus, of course, well known in the community. Hwanson just showing off, especially in the last tournament. We'll be excited to see what the second Kung Fu Master will be able to pull off here, as I was expecting Hwanson to once again be the lead factor when it comes to KFMs in this tournament, but Dory already starting so strong and showing off such a stellar performance will be a tough one to follow up by Hwanson. But we'll find out soon as we get it ready to head it over into the arena. Both players are ready. Once again, we will have Hwanson on the blue hand side with that KFM, and in red Virus on that Assassin. So historically a matchup favored heavily in the Assassin's side, but we'll see what Hwanson can do here as the round will start. Both players have a lot of opening options for defensive plays, but Hwanson already tabbing, using that second win is potentially really dangerous, as when the Ice Guard gets proc, the stun is over, and Virus, if he does not drop the combo, he'll have an exceptional lead, if not even better. But Hwanson gets out of it just in time, follows it up with the Rising Dragon, now forcing the Flower Escape out of Virus, and position swap is good. Hwanson, though, gets the ankle biter, and Virus, not entirely sure if he caught on to the fact that Hwanson did use that tab escape in the beginning there, as he will play very defensively, will be triple kicked now, and Hwanson turning things back into his favor now. Goes in once more with the Tiger Bounce, gets a knockdown, and the follow-ups are still good. Hwanson playing it really, really well here, doesn't get the ankle biter follow-up. Now Virus for another initiation here, potentially gets the X re-stealth instead. Hwanson will be stunned up, however. Now Virus goes for the knock-up and goes for the aerial web instead. Again, very patient play coming out of the Assassin here. Doesn't want to overextend at all, but the triple kick is good, and Virus already down at 25%. Forced to use the tap escape. Hwanson playing very aggressively, but gets a dominant early lead here. Virus still finally tries to answer with some aggression of his own. Will force that tab escape out of Hwanson. It did come back up, and now the train continues as Virus will be able to get the days off into the stun, and now will play defensively back off, go back in with the Lotus Fury, but it's a very close one as Hwanson gets the Tremor and will have the finish for the first round win.
Yeah, definitely really big there. Hwan playing a really solid and strong neutral game, but Virus kind of struggling to really hold those combos, which is somewhat unfortunate there.
And we'll see if he can keep it up, or if Virus will equalize the 1-1 as the round will start already. It was said, I believe, but the Rising Dragon will already force the tab escape of the Assassin. Virus will have that flower down as a secondary option for escaping a few stuns, dazes, and such, but the paint train might come out of the KFM as the flurry did go off. Now Ice Guard will be procced, but Virus will get the re-stealth off and will be able to reinitiate now, knocking up his opponent up into the air. Follows it up with a web. Hwanson will be interested to see when he will use that tab escape. Trades that HP for now. Will be punished on the reflex roll, and he's gonna get really low and gonna go down. Hwanson, did I not catch that correctly? Didn't he have tab escape up?
I don't believe he did. I'm pretty sure he ended up using it a little too early, actually.
Unfortunate for him, as Virus will get to equalize around 1-1. Rising Dragon, actually the opener for Hwanson into the Ice Guard, but answer is good so far by Virus. Will be able to follow it up with a web on the ground. Line is down as well. Final tap coming in, and Virus setting up the combo beautifully so far. and doesn't want to overextend. High wire is in, 53% HP left on Juan. Stays into the position swap. Now still will be using that tab skip finally with the comment, but Flower is down for Virus, so not gonna be too dangerous for him just yet. And now Juan in big trouble. If he gets caught once more, it could be over as the Daze goes off into the knockup, and Virus now with the aerial web plays it patiently as the Steam Palm KD did go off, and we'll be able to get the win over Juan with a 2-1 victory. GG.
Definitely nicely done there by Virus to make sure he's keeping his combos a little more maintained. In that first round, it seemed like both contestants were kind of struggling a little bit. It was somewhat awkward, but in those next rounds, they're definitely picking up a lot much more efficiently. Kind of playing around Juan's tab escape pretty safely too, especially with things like that high wire. So definitely a really good play there by Virus, always making sure that he has both of his tab escapes usually up to, not trying to burn through them all too fast. And Juan kind of struggling to really hold those combos near the end. We couldn't quite see him getting those Searing Palm procs off either. So we'll see how he's able to turn it around maybe in these next couple of games. But that means Juan does go down to Yasuni.
And we will have Yasuni face off against their second Kung Fu Master soon. But until then, we will be having the winners bracket side of things, decider match between Dory and Virus. And wasn't too unexpected for Virus to get that win over Juan, just because when it comes to the matchup stylistically, it's just generally so heavily favored in the way of the assassin. But again, Dory has displayed their interesting talent choice, or rather build choice, paying off versus assassin. So I don't know how comfortable Virus will be facing off against Dory in this one come next year, as once again both players should be getting ready soon, so we can head over into the match. And do you think we'll see the Tremor with the pull once more, Gummy?
We might see that. It's kind of coin flip, but I guess if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So it'll probably work out. I'll probably just use it again, but definitely gonna have to be on his A game. Virus is a pretty good assassin. He was fighting the Bears last week, so maybe he can step it up and then take it on to Virus as well. But we'll see if Virus has some tricks to try to deal with that in his sleep. It's really anybody's guess how it is going to be going down. But KFM just typically, it does have a really hard matchup with this single trinket class. Ice isn't too efficient. It can be pretty helpful, try to knock your opponent out of stealth. Something sort of on that sort. So we'll see what he is going to be trying to do here.
And once again, especially when it comes to the Tremor, it also has a lower cooldown. It's bumped down from 40 seconds to 30 seconds, I believe. So again, it's just something that, just because Virus is not comfortable playing around and playing against, might just be enough to edge out and win. But we'll definitely have to wait and see, as Story might just play it standard, play it safe, and play it with the best type build here. But once again, as you just saw, a lot is on the line. Stakes are high, and again, a win here means at the very least a second place finish guarantee. So a lot is at stake here for both players, and they definitely want this win on the board, as again, going into the grand finals, it will be a best of 3 spar series, meaning that the victor will, first place finish, will have to win 2 best of 3 spars. So again, will be a rough one for sure, but we'll see what Dory will be able to do here. Again, just absolutely on fire seemingly so far, and will be really interesting to watch him face off against Virus, because as tough as Warlocks can be, as said, Assassins are that much more annoying to face as a KFM, so it's gonna be an uphill battle. But both players are ready. We're heading into the arena, and we should be good to go.
Alrighty, so let's see here. With this matchup, Virus probably definitely looking a little happier than if maybe he had to fight Yasuni. I think this is definitely the way he wanted it to go. It's a much clearer path, I think, for him over to the final. So we'll see if he is able to take over this advantage as much as possible. So guys, both contestants now out and running. Dory, Virus floating in the air. Body swap will manage to get the connection, but the iframe, or the ice, sorry, coming out from Dory's side. Shadow Slash to knock him back down to the ground. Web going to be getting the connection into the mine as well. Coming in, Tab Escape will be coming out from Dory, and Zeeple actually going to get iframed there by Virus. Going right back up into the aerial. Virus now having to wait out. Web not available, but does connect the lightning rod right here. Getting that close shave damage as well. We'll see how he does choose to follow up. Just assisting back, placing down his flower once again. Iframes and strays coming out from both sides. And Flurry gonna knock Virus out of stealth, but not actually right before he gets the LMB stun, unfortunately. Web down to the ground. Mine is out and available as well. And the counter actually gonna be stopping Virus right there in his tracks. Does manage to get out that party decoy though. Ice not gonna be able to do a whole lot. And there is the pull-in Tremor, but not gonna be able to get the connection here for Dory, unfortunately. Body swap is gonna get countered here by his side. Does follow up here with the aerial out from Dory's side. Comet Punch gonna be coming down for him, going back up into the area, but Flower still available here for Virus. Hopefully it won't time out on him. Shadow Slash into the KD. Tab Escape out from Dory. Z-Pull coming in. Virus using that Flower definitely near the end of its cooldown. Does land the body swap into the LMB stun though. Going up into the aerial, dropping him down here into the web. Should be a clean finish out here for Virus.
And after that unfortunate opener for Dory, was pretty much Virus's game to lose. Dory forced to use that tab escape early, and just using that tab escape into the Rising Dragon. Virus plays it safe, of course, and gets the iframe. Was really at that point just an extreme uphill battle for Dory.
Yeah, definitely really hard for him having to blow his tab escape all too early, but hopefully he's able to hold on to it a little bit longer. But body swap coming in here for Virus already. LMB stun is out, and he actually tab escapes instantly once again. Not going to be holding on to that for too much longer. Does get KD'd into the web. Mine down from Virus into the Bolt Strike as well. Popping out that mine. Time Bomb is slowly ticking away. No kick connection here, but the Z-Pull going to be coming in here for Dory. Knocked down to the ground, though, by the Daze Mine. Unfortunately, Body Swap not going to get the connection here, though. Virus does end up getting Searing Palm applied to him as well. Going back up into the air. Flower disappearing. Web down. Virus going in with the Lightning Rod here, trying to deal as much damage as he possibly can while this tab escape is still down. LMB stun for the follow-up here. X-Dagger going to be getting him more damage in the tab escape. Coming back up here for Dory. Does land the Comet Strike, not quite close enough to the wall for the knockback effect. Tremor down. Iframing out, trying to avoid Virus's tab escape himself. Tab leap to try to follow up. Tab escape coming in from Virus, though. Follows up with the immediate LMB stun. Coming down, Mazar out. There is the web, and that's the finish here for Virus.
Ooh, beautiful stuff coming out of Virus there. Manages to dodge that Flying Slam that could have been the beginning of Virus's end, as Dory almost managing to regain some footing there, but unfortunately for them, it wasn't quite enough. And fortunately for Virus, he will be securing at the very least the second place finish once again. So Virus will be kicking back, relaxing for a bit for now, as he will be poised to potentially get that first place finish and make it a double sin first place for both Rumble and the Realms, EU and NA. So, so far, so good for him. But as a result, once again, we will be moving on to the loser side of things with Yasuni versus Juan Sin coming up next. But before we get into it once more, we would like to absolutely love to mention the fact that we've been powered up by Corsair. And huge shout outs to them for these amazing prizes for our contestants here. As you can see, Virus already secured with a awesome headset or a MX Cherry Red keyboard, my personal favorite for sure. And we'll see if Yasuni can climb his way back to the top for that matchup against Virus, or if one of the KFMs will be able to bring it back into the grand finals. Of course, once in the grand finals, they'll be able to have more room to play with, since it will be, as said, best of 3 of Spars. So we'll see how that one will go. But again, both players should be ready to go soon, as again, next up we'll have Juanson versus Yasuni.
Yeah, definitely a big matchup to be on the lookout for. This was the finals for the qualifier part of Rumble in the Realm, which is really exciting. Went to the final round, was actually pretty close for the most part. So we'll see here if Juan's able to make that magic work a little bit better this time, so he doesn't get knocked quite out of this tournament yet. Of course, loser here does end up claiming 4th place, and then going forward, you are guaranteed 3rd. So we'll see here what each contestant's going to be able to pull off.
As the round will be ready to start once more, Yasuni on the blue hand side with that Warlock, and in red, Juanson on that KFM. Is once more in the opener, a lot of options for both players. Yes, we will straight up go for the leech here already, as Juan will be knocked up into the air. And now Yasuni with the pressure, 50% left on the SKFM. Time Warp will be popped, and Juan Sin already a few seconds in, down at 34% HP. But Flying Slam will actually connect. Ice Guard will keep it safe for extra while, but the Rising Dragon follow-up will be good for now. Sanctum was still down for Yasuni, but the Tether Blade punish on the Reflex Roll is good. And Juanson now already 2% will be going down for a very swift win for Yasuni.
Yeah, definitely a really quick finish there by Yasuni, just playing it out, just winning the initial neutral game for the opener just almost immediately, and Juan having to play on a back foot, unfortunately, and just getting caught out almost instantly once again.
See if he can have a better time coming into the next round once more. As you mentioned, definitely not a fun time from the get-go here for Juan, but the round will start. Yasuni gonna be able to not get hit by the Rising Dragon. Really nicely done. Ice Guard, however, will keep Juanson safe, and Yasuni a bit too eager on that follow-up. Juan will be able to mitigate it for now, and the triple kick is good. Yasuni already disengaging, and Juan much better time into the second round. He tries to keep up the pressure. See if he can actually do it, as the launch up into the air is good. Flying Slam will be able to connect, but oh, the Brawl with the jukes will be coming in time with the position swap. Now Juan will not be able to manage to connect with that KD, but the Soul Burn will be popped by Yasuni. We'll see if Ice Guard will connect, but no. Juanson going for the triple kick now to the Rising Dragon. Yasuni in trouble, down at 43% HP already, and Juanson with 100% looking poised to potentially win this round, but the Dragon Calls are coming out. Launches up into the air with the chains. Juanson dropping to 45% HP. Yasuni slowly bringing it back into his favor. Fall is up once more. Once the Fall times out and comes back up online next time, Soulburn will be up and available once again. So Juan looking to close it out soon. Doesn't want to extend this too much, but the triple kick is good. And now Yasuni will not be launched up into the air. Bastion coming out in the nick of time, saving it for now, but Rising Dragon will force that escape, and Juan is potentially in trouble here, but no, still manages to get the counters off, and the triple kicks now with the Tremor. Yasuni will surely go down. Juan equalizes it 1-1.
Wow, Juan just playing such an amazing neutral game there, managing to break out that ice for the Soul Burn, and then Yasuni unable to want to hit into that, so it would give him more time. He ends up getting the re-engage right after it. The Bastion goes down on Yasuni, so definitely really patiently played out there by Juanston.
So far, once more, a lot is at stake here for both of these players. Next win will mean that they will be able to advance and not lose out with that 4th place finish, but as we see here, Juanson will be able to get the triple kick in with the follow-up. Ankle biter will not be good, as the Brawl position swap did come out. And now with the time warp, Juanson will be forced to use that tab escape, strafes around for now, disengages still, but will be based off with the reflex roll punish coming out of Yasuni, and Juan in big trouble already at 20% HP, gets launched up into the air, and Yasuni looking to close it out here. With 99% HP remaining, this is going to be a huge uphill battle for Juan, but can he do it? Gets the air launch. Rising Dragon will not connect, as the Bastion is up for Yasuni. Triple kick, however, still will not get the stun connection. And now with the Tremor, Yasuni potentially in trouble here, but no, Brawl will be back up. Juan trying desperately to stay alive. Sanctum is out, 5% left for him. Somehow still life, but no, Yasuni will be able to take it. GG.
Yeah, poor Juan there, just right at the end, when time distortion's going off, he got hit by the guard break chains. That was the really big thing, I think, that was turning this match around. Because the fact that guard break chains, I think, landed twice there in that matchup, which is a really big deal, just because, one, you can't use your counter anymore, and two, he ends up F-rolling it, right? And then it's just a free tech chase for in prison there. So Yasuni gets relatively easy follow-ups to just constantly be dealing out DPS. So it's a really big thing that Juan needed to be looking out for, because he was using that block a lot, trying to get those free resists off of the Thrall. But sadly, Yasuni just goes to the build that punishes it just outright. So unfortunately for Juan, that does mean he's going to have to be taking the 4th place seat. But nonetheless, still a very great feat to be coming this far in the Rumble.
And again, as you'll be able to see on your screen, definitely awesome prize coming in for him. So he's not gonna go home empty-handed, that is for sure. And Yasuni still in it, still trying to reclaim that title, that first place finish. But once more, he's gonna go into that rematch versus Dory, and Dory played it exceptionally there. Definitely would give him the advantage coming into this one once again. And Yasuni bringing it back in the end versus Juan-Sen, but can he keep it up versus Dory as well? That will be the question, as both players should be ready to go, and we will be able to advance soon. Again, the victor will be able to advance into the grand finals, will be once more guaranteed at the very least second place finish. So even as said previously, I wouldn't mind any of these prizes. They're all amazing, even with the third prize. It's great, but that's not what these guys are looking out for. And again, just waiting on them to go in to the match as we're spamming away at the spectator button. And again, Dory, expect him to just play it safe, play standard play as he did in that previous series versus Yasuni. And Yasuni, again, do you think it's gonna be just straight up the guard break chains and just play it safe once more, or just go for the soul burn with the dragon concept?
I think the guard break chains is probably going to be Yasuni's favorite build here, just because it's a pretty punishable build, and also I find time distortion to be the slightly safer cooldown than soul burn, because soul burn has a relatively long cast time. You might have to be waiting for it for too long. And of course, it only gives one reset, whereas Time Distortion gives a total of 3. You can spam things like Bastion for all that extra healing, which is really nice. So it definitely helps out in some other more utility type of ways here. And of course, Guard Break being a pretty big thing. And of course, Dragon Helix does relatively good damage as well. The combo setup usually for Time Distortion is maybe a little bit more easier or a little more practical in some cases. But it always depends. Yasuni might just swap between the builds. We've even, seen Yasuni run things like Obliterate in tournaments. So it's really anybody's guess what Yasuni likes to usually bring. They always try to swap their builds as much as possible to keep their opponent on their toes.
All right, so we'll be getting into the match soon. Again, Soul Burn seems more like a higher risk, but also higher reward type of thing. So we'll be interested to see which one will be the choice here as the round will start soon enough. Gummy, take it away.
Alrighty guys, here we go. Yasuni on blue side, Dory on red. Both contestants now out and running. Dory playing it a little safe, but the guard break chains coming out from Yasuni immediately, just going on the aggressive with that imprison as well. But the ice going to be keeping Yasuni safe, or Dory safe here. And the stun tether blade going to be coming out as well. Thrall is summoned safe from still on the ground and available here for Yasuni. And Time Distortion actually is going to get popped here a little bit early. SS keeping Dory alive, trying to iframe this out as much as possible. Does manage to get a counter as well here. Dory now going back in with a tab leap, and that Time Distortion seemingly doing nothing here for Yasuni. Does manage to connect the steering column as well, lands the leg sweep and KDing once again, and Thrall stun gonna actually be missing here as well. Does land the counter in onto the tether blade, triple kick to force out the tab escape from Yasuni. Having now to back off. Bastion now waiting around Yasuni, with Dory just getting rid of that Thrall there. Ice is used as well. Rising Dragon for the Z-pull here by Dory into the Tremor, and that's the finish so quickly by Dory here.
Dory's aggression just paying off in dividends here, especially versus Yasuni. Didn't work out quite as well versus Virus, but so far so good in this one.
All right, well, both contestants now out and running. Yasuni, though, not wanting to be knocked out quite yet. Definitely going to be coming back in with revenge. SS out from Dory. Yasuni floating around in ice to counter out the tether blade here on Dory. Bastion is up and available, going to be throwing down that Sanctum as well. And the SS to avoid it in prison as well. Z-pull into the knockback here to avoid the Thrall summoning as well. Dory playing an excellent neutral game here for the most part. Trying to survive out as long as possible. Tab leap going to be thrown right at the Thrall, though, unfortunately there for him. Trying to make the comeback. Dory now waiting out, does land out the leg sweep, going in for some kicks and damage. Steering palm is now applied as well. Dory SSing back, does land the tether blade. Tab escape is burnt out here. Time Distortion still available here for Yasuni, but also going to be getting used here as well. Time Distortion now going off. Dory needing to buy some time with iframes here, does actually have the ice back up, able to save himself just like that. Trying to burn through the Thrall in prison, will get the connection though. Leech coming in from Yasuni's side. Thrall no longer available though to continue this chain CC, but the aerial chains actually the choice here by Yasuni. Not going to be using guard break with that Time Distortion. Yasuni now trying to play back, waiting out for some time for that Thrall. Does SS back. The iframe flurry is burnt out by Dory. Bastion is down. Sanctum getting dropped to the floor. Thrall is summoned, but the Rising Dragon will be stunning out Yasuni into the Comet Strike, forcing out the Ephraim from Yasuni's side, trying to wait out. Thrall now waiting off to the side of the other side of the arena. Coming in, does land the Tremor. Tab escape burnt out by Yasuni. Repulse thrown into the ice as well. Tetherblade wasted. SS will keep him safe though from the Tab lead. Beckoning back that Thrall, now waiting out Dory, coming back in with the kick to the ground though, lands the counter out, but not going to be able to land the second aerial. Thrall going to be canceling that out. Aerial chains coming out here from Yasuni. Leash does get the connection, but the Tab is kicked back from Dory just in the nick of time. Yasuni SSing back, does manage to avoid the triple kick here with the Bastion as well. Imprisoned down in on the field. Yasuni getting pulled in by the Rising Dragon, going back up into the air. Dory looking to try to close this one out as soon as possible. Lands the Comet Strike, doesn't into the wall. Does manage to land out the steering pump as well and finishes off Yasuni as they're summoning out their Thrall.
Oh man, and that could have been really dangerous for Dory, as with the next Thrall coming back up, Yasuni will have that big cooldown coming along with it as well, but still managing to close it out, manages to really play exceptionally there, just making sure he, even during the Sanctum, hits all of the big things, like the ankle biter, hellfire kick, just anything to keep up the pressure. And that seems to have been the key factor here for Dory, as it seems like Yasuni was just not able to answer just straight up from the get-go from Dory there.
Yeah,
so,
Yasuni having a real hard time, just kind of always getting caught out in things like Sanctum as well, Z-Pull pulling him out, forcing things like Comet Strike even, or Leg Sweep, forcing him to F-roll, and not ever really able to play safe. And of course, those Comet Strikes just so precise, making sure never to make Yasuni hit the wall, so the Daze effect does give him the full CC duration.
And as a result, as you can see, unfortunately for Yasuni, fortunately for Dory, Dory will advance into the grand finals to get that rematch versus Virus. But still, Yasuni is not going to go home empty-handed for sure, as that third prize finish is going to be theirs to claim. So still really awesome plays coming out of Yasuni, and didn't manage to get another first place finish for the third Rumble in the Realm. Still, third place finish, no joke. Exceptionally played all around, even previous week in the Legion tournament qualifier on top of it. So again, really well played by everyone, but there can only be one winner in the end, unfortunately, for that first place finish. So we will be moving on into said grand finals. Once more, it will be a best of 3 spar series, meaning that the first one to take 2 spar sets wins it all. So we're gonna have to wait and see if Dory once more is gonna be rocking that Tremor. It seems like it didn't really work out in the end versus Virus, unfortunately, but since they will have to win 2 spar series, they have a little more room to work with. And as a result, some variance in terms of their builds can definitely be an option here. So once again,
yeah, definitely a lot to be watching for. Dory just gonna be trying to play as safe as possible. You know, he did lose a little while ago, but he might be able to just turn it around. You know, he missed a couple things like that Tremor, didn't really get the pull in, so maybe it'll be a bit different this time. So we'll see how it's all going to be going down.
And we will be ready to go soon enough. Once again, this is going to be really tough for Dory, as the matchup just generally stylistically is just so heavily favored in the assassin side of things. But Dory, with some exceptional plays, looking on fire, can they get first place win here, or will Virus claim that prize with dominance? But so far, a good opener coming out of Virus, and once more the tab escape already being used by Dory. Deja vu from previous rounds, but so far maybe paying off, as Dory continues on with the aggression. Ooh, gets the counter, however, and now things are not looking up for the KFM here, as the combo is not yet broken by Virus. Keeps it up, and Shadow Slash finally misses. Rising Dragon misses as well. Unfortunate for both players here. Flying Slam will connect, however, for Dory. Right now looking for another opening, but the XP stealth will be good. Or Virus gets the stun off, launches his opponent up into the air. Dory will have that tab escape coming back up soon, and already pops it, as said, just instantly using it on cooldown seemingly, and Virus with a beautiful punish will just be able to follow it up. And that's the problem, especially in this matchup. The assassin has 2 escape options with that tab escape, with that flower. Kung Fu Masters only having one. Once they pop that tab escape, they get caught once again. Unless Virus doesn't get the proper follow-up, things are not looking up for Dory. But Virus will be having that first round. See if he can close it out here. As the next one will be starting out. Players in and ready to go. Dory gets the flurry opener, actually forcing that tab escape out of Virus. So far, Virus going in with the knockup. Flower is down, web to the ground. Mine is down as well. And tab escape will be popped by Dory. Tries to go for the ice guard, but so far once more triple kick. Not connect. Rising Dragon will force that escape out of Virus, but the re-stealth will keep him safe. Flying Slab will not be able to connect, but the Comet Strike does so. And now position swap will begin, and Dory in trouble once again. Virus getting that knockup, launches his opponent up into the air once more. Dory in big trouble, dropping down to 33% speed. Dory now down at 14%, 10%, 4% will go down with the spinal tap.
All right, well, that's the first round win there by Virus then. So, just one more to claim out that victory. So definitely really well played out by his side, making sure to consistently keep those combos. And Dory just always trying to be a little more active, I would say, in the fights. Always burning his tab escapes early, trying to go in for the aggressive plays. Really a lot of flair, I guess, coming out of him. Just trying to constantly do something. We even saw Comet strike Virus out of stealth, which was pretty amazing. But of course, Virus having 2 escapes, it might not quite be enough there. So he needs to maybe try to find a way to play a little more defensively or try to catch out his opponent before he's caught out first.
And it seems like he's not really having the time of his life, as we see Dory even in chat going, Virus, you need to fight Isuri, I'm not your opponent. Definitely a worse matchup would have been for Virus, but still, Dory maybe would be able to bring it back up. It's just really tough, especially since he seems to opt in for that early tab escape each and every time. That's one of the things when it comes to using that second win in general. You can opt in to trade HP for a potential good catch off of it, because you use the days off of the second win. You're looking to get a CC follow-up with it. So unfortunately for Dory, he will be down 1-0 into the Spar series so far, but we'll be interested to see if they can somehow bring it back into the favor, as the next round is ready to go. Both players are in, and oh man, can Dory somehow bring it back up, Gummy?
All right, we'll see if he definitely can, though, guys. This could very well be our last match of the night. So give your pug champs, give your energy to whoever you want to win. Virus on the blue side, Dory over on the red. Sin versus KFM. Let's see who here is going to be able to claim it all in the Rumble in the Realm 3. Alrighty, guys, both contestants now finally off and running for their starts, just running on their respective sides, seeing who here will go in for the initial engage. Virus slowly closing the gap, but Body Stop going to get thrown right into the counter. Flurry coming out from Dory's side as well, coming back with the F roll, trying to force out cooldowns from Virus, but not going to quite connect with their steering column. Is slowly ticking away, but the tab leak will fall off Virus's FFSS here. Getting that leg sweep right into the ground counter, though. Unfortunately, LMB stun coming out from Virus for the fall. Going to be going in. Mine is down. Lightning Rod coming out here. Close shave. Going in for some more damage. Does manage to land out the Mine. X-Tiger is available as well. Flower now disappearing off to the side. He can continuing his Daze Chain, and Dory dropping dangerously low. High wire, though. Going to be pulling in Dory right here. Lands out the Body Swap. Goes into the Bolt Strike as well. And Virus cleaning out this first round very decisively.
And things are not looking good for Dory here, as Virus 1 round away from that first place finish.
Alrighty, here he goes, going in with the immediate Body Stop, getting the stun, and immediate tab escape once again from Dory's side. Going in with the Rising Dragon back up into the air, but Virus's flower is still available. And Flo going to be keeping himself safe here as well. Not going to be able to follow up on the backstab. Shadow Slash not going to connect either. Decoy not going to be getting procced here. And Daze Flurry is what Dory's using here as well. Flower is burnt. X Stealth is popped here out by Virus. Assessing back, waiting for his opportunity. Going in, getting the LMB stun. Dory now up against the wall though. Virus going into the aerial. Moz into web into Mine. coming on down, dashing in, getting the Bolt Strike, trying to deal up as much damage as possible. Lightning Rod for the fall, close shave as well. Mine going to be coming down, LMB stun from Virus. Tab escape though, back from Dory, but not going to save him here in the nick of time. Comet Strike not going to connect here for him. High Wire coming down for Virus, not going to be pulling in his opponent once again. Body swap for the follow-up into the LMB stun once again, back up into the aerial. Virus going to be coming down, dropping Maz, Web, and this is the finish with the Lightning Strike. And Virus claims first place in the Rumble in the Realm 3.
Congratulations, honestly, to everyone that has been participating, and even, of course, here to Dory. Very surprising second place finish for him as well. Has shown some exceptional play here tonight on top of it. So unfortunately for him, Virus will take that first place finish, and fortunately for Virus, once again, he'll be going home with some amazing prizes. Dory also too, of course, with that amazing Corsair swag. On top of that, with the cash prize and 2 costumes for their characters to boot as well on top of it. So really awesome stuff, of course, for everyone here in these top 4. But once again, thank you so much for watching. Huge shout outs to NCSoft and Corsair for making this possible, coming out with some amazing prizes for these guys here. And show some love in chat. Let's see some hearts there for if you like to see more PvP, and just for once again Corsair and NCSoft for just making this possible once more. And definitely keep your eyes out for the winner's interview. There will be a winner interview going up from Virus on the official Blade and Soul website, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. Of course, make sure to follow the Blade and Soul push channel for future live streams, hopefully future Rumble in the Realm tournaments as well. And over on the YouTube side of things, you will be able to see the VOD if you missed out on any of the action, so head over there as well. And on top of that, Twitter for any Blade and Soul related news. So make sure to follow Blade and Soul, all of the cool stuff. And once again, Gummy, where can people find you?
People can, of course, find me at Twitter right below. Also over on my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/GummySenpai, if you do want to follow right over there. Also, just another quick shout out to add to, thank you to Legion as well for creating out the qualifiers and setting up this tournament and organizing everything all the way so we could have this amazing top 4 for both EU and NA. And aside from that, where can they all find you, Bruinch?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Brunch and on Twitter for any news when it comes to casting or anything whatsoever. And some ski adventure pictures if you're into that next week. So you can head over on Twitter/Mr. Brunch for that one. So once again, thank you everyone so much for watching. Hope you had a wonderful time. My name is Brunch, joined by Gummy here, and we hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful evening. And congratulations once again to everyone who participated. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.